Tomorrow, yeah.
Cheers, Amy. Thank you.
Let's see what the weather's got in store now. Here's Judith.
Hello, Champions League qualifying night. Welcome to Gers TV. I'm Gordon, and young Lewis is now joining us on the presenter's couch.
Hello.
We're going to break from our usual protocol this week. Welcome, Lewis, onto the couch of dreams, as they call it. So, big game tonight, guys. We're going to be doing our first ever watch along. Just to be absolutely clear, we are not streaming the game and we are not commentating on the game. We will be commenting on any updates we can see from our computers and our screens, okay? So welcome along. Thanks for joining us. Quick hello to Philip from London and Mr. White down in Gourig, and of course our good friend Neil Reid from Toronto. Good to have you on the show. We've already got plenty of people watching, which is great. This is our first attempt at doing one of these shows, so if the passions run high at any point, please forgive any naughty language. I'm sure you will understand, and we welcome. So what we'd recommend is that if you're watching the game, by all means watch it on the telly, and you can obviously turn the sound down and you can comment, and we'll read out your comments and thoughts on the game as the game goes along. So, Lewis, welcome. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well indeed. Vivian, hi, hope you're well. Missing you here. Everyone thought Lewis was a fake producer, but it turns out he's real.
I didn't think people cared that much, but I'm here on the couch now for the game.
Okay, there's just about 5 or 6 minutes until kick-off. So, Lewis, do you want to give us a team news?
Yeah, so it's a similar team as how we ended the Livingston game at the weekend. We really, once we made some changes and pulled the game out wide, we played a lot better. So, starting with Butland, Tavernier, Goldson, Suter, Barisic, that pretty much picks itself. The midfield is Jack, Raskin, Cifuentes, and then up front we've got Cantwell, Seamat and Danilo.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, thanks for that, Lewis. So that's our roving reporter there for the touchline, Lewis, giving us the team news. Talking point already, no Dessers tonight. Let us know what you think about the team news, guys out there. And Lewis, what do you think about Dessers not starting? Is it a vote of confidence in the guy?
I think he's had a rough start. I mean, he did score last week in the first leg, but he was pretty stranded out there alone. And I mean, if we're playing Danilo through the middle, we looked a lot more comfortable with just him through the middle, and Danilo looks a lot more, just the team in general, because Danilo was getting dragged out wide in positions that he didn't find familiar. So playing him through the middle is ideal. Okay.
As you said, hit the nail on the head. There's no change. There's no real surprises with who's on at the back. Obviously, the kind of goalkeeper and back four put themselves right now.
I mean, I thought Balogun was good against Livingston, but Goldson was rested specifically for this game.
Yeah, I don't really think that Beale's going to change and play Balogun instead of Goldson today. So, quick shout out to David Hare. David, thanks very much for hospitality on Saturday. Absolutely fantastic to get to go to the game with you, so thank you very much for that. And hi to Donna. Obviously, Viv said hi as well. So keep the comments coming, guys. Obviously, the game's on the telly, we know that. Okay, so I think we've got a few comments in the Facebook page today that the BBC commentary isn't great anyway. So we shall do our best to keep you entertained as the game goes on. And we are just a few minutes away for kick-off. So wherever you are, let us know we are watching the game tonight, and let us know obviously your thoughts on the game. So, Lewis, prediction for the game?
As long as we go through, I don't really care, but I'll win, and going through would guarantee 5 million into the bank, which is quite good.
I know. For me, it's a bit of a shame these days that everyone's kind of first reaction is all the money. For me, I like the prestige of playing against Europe's top clubs. I believe that if we win tonight, then whatever happens in the next qualifying round, we're automatically in the Europa League group stages. If we lose tonight, then we're into the Europa League playoff place, which God forbid that happens. And if we lose that game, we automatically qualify for the Conference League, where we could be playing like teams with like Wi-Fi passports on their name and stuff like that. So I think that on paper we are favourites, and I think that I genuinely believe that we'll go through tonight. I can't see it being 4 or 5-0. I think it might be quite tight, which is the worst result for our first result like this. But let's obviously hope it's Vivian, as you saying, 2-0 Rangers. But Lewis, I think you're right. Anyone will do. Anyone will do it today.
I mean, I don't know if you watched the Servette Genk game, the second leg of that tie, but at the end, Servette were just putting 10 men, or all the men that they had. They were down to 10 men, so they only had 9 men behind the ball. And just defending with all their life, and they're good at that. They're great defensively, so hopefully we can just play around that and put on a good performance. But they are behind in the tie. So
do us a favour, guys out there watching, please like, share and comment. Okay, please do some shares for us, because it's just the two of us tonight. So we're going to be all hands on deck watching the game. So. Servette, just a kind of note on Servette, you can see their stadium right now. They've sold out. This is the first time they've sold out in 20 years. So the old song, "Only Here to See the Rangers," does kind of prove its point there. So let's just have a wee minute and we'll watch the teams come out.
I think it's important for us not to get intimidated by the atmosphere. I mean,
I don't think
we have a good away support here, as you can see. But
2000. Big shout out to all the Rangers fans over there. Great display there. You've seen it there. Not that we've seen it. We're just getting updates. We're getting updates sent to us. So to say, sit back, enjoy the game, and let us know your thoughts and comments as the game goes on. Yeah, so Servette, first time, so 30,000 stadium in Switzerland, obviously. First time they're selling out their stadium in 20 years. So this is their, for Servette, this is by far and away their biggest game in years. This is bigger than the Genk game. This is their biggest game for the 20 years. So it should be a cracker, but I can't see us getting intimidated at all.
Yeah, I mean, we'll also be keeping one eye on the PSV game for any upsets, but I'm pretty sure PSV are just pretty much guaranteed to go through.
We'll also keep any updates on the English League One games in case we need to switch over to them tonight at some point. Guys, just before we get started into the game, as hopefully you can see, we have got some new Gers TV merchandise that's just been designed and made for us. So I am modelling one of our prototypes today. So we'll get this on the website, the merchandise site, if you want to. It'll be very, very well priced as well. As you can see, it's the Rangers colours with the Gers TV logo. So if you want to support the Gers TV by getting some merchandise, after going into the second half, we'll show you and let you look at that on the website. So Ricky Reid 3-1 to Rangers. David Hare's got a wee comment in. Yeah, okay, this is definitely a team we should beat, mate, you're absolutely right. And I couldn't see Servette. What a great picture of the Rangers fans there as well. We've just been made aware of that. There's somebody's at the window telling us. So, Donna multitasking. Me and Lewis are multitasking as well. We're trying to get everything shared and everything out, and everything set across the internet. So, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. And if you want to get involved in the show at any point, message the show.
This is our first time doing a live watch along and something similar to this, so any feedback is appreciated. Just we need to know if we want to do something like this in future and see if it'll get the numbers.
Yeah. So any comments and any feedback we've got obviously a few kind of people all over the world that might not want to watch the BBC and might want to tune into us and watch us. So by all means, stick the telly on, turn the volume down, get on Facebook and the YouTube and comment, and we'll read out your comments as we go along. So I'm not actually nervous tonight, Lewis. I think we'll do it. I'm I'm not overconfident, but I'm very confident. Bill,
put 2013 in the title.
Sorry about that.
It's not 2013.
So apologies at that. Thanks for keeping us right. I hope our updates aren't like 5 minutes behind. It could be 3-0. It could be 3-0 Rangers already.
Or 3-0 Servette, by the way.
Yeah. Let's hope it's not.
We'll just see the viewer numbers skyrocket if Servette's
Aye.
so hopefully not.
So Ricky, we're doing a watch along. So this is what that obviously we're going to be on for the whole game. So I don't know if Si or Evan that might want to come on after the game, but we're going to be doing a big shift here today. So. We'll be on at half time as well. So, but I think a lot of people have said that they'll be watching the game and commenting and listening to us as well. So,
I hope that we're not miles behind, because have we hear Si shouting and the bedroom celebrating?
So that's the game just about to get underway. So come on, the Rangers, and I'm sure we'll come out of this with flying colours. Be interesting to see Cervantes. There's the subs bench as well. So Leon King's on the bench. I actually genuinely thought he was injured, but
he did get a bad injury at the start of the season, but it was not as bad as first feared. But I thought Barisic was good at the weekend, so it'll be interesting to see how he fares in this game.
yeah, Cantwell was by far and away our most industrious and creative player again at the weekend. So hopefully it's a good game today.
now he's a lot further forward, it might be better.
Absolutely.
Just as the game's about to get kicked off.
So sit back, come on the Rangers. Again, if there's any bad language, if there's any bad language throughout the broadcast, we can only apologise in advance. I'm sure we'll try and keep ourselves contained, but that's us up and running. So,
what do you make of the signings?
Good question.
Quite good so far. I think Cifuentes came in at the weekend, played pretty much the full match, and he was really good. Unlucky not to score, obviously. His goal getting disallowed.
Hello, Gary Moore for Kirkconnell as well. Again, feel free to put your. Oh no, we're just getting started, so it's just the first minute or so. So there wasn't not much action, but let us know your thoughts as we go along throughout the game. The signings, I don't think it's not a big show of confidence in the new signings, Dessers and Lammers, that he's not playing them in a big game already. So he's losing out in midfield then, and so a bit kind of breaking right now. Well.
So having a look.
We're brought down there by Cantwell.
Aye, Barisic.
I think
that's good.
That's
really
some very
good.
very good play there. First two, it's been brought back.
I can't believe he's gave the handball there.
So Raskin, absolutely fantastic signing. Cantwell, fantastic signing. The jury's still out. The other ones, to be honest, Kieran Dow, absolutely fantastic goal on the weekend.
Yeah.
He'll be a good addition. But for the big signings like Dessers, Danilo, the jury's very, very, very much still out on those ones. But and Sima as well, I don't. Sima come on, did got a goal. I've not seen too much of Sima, apart from the goal. But
yeah,
it's only 2 or 3 games into the season, so we can't really.
It's no time for the panic now.
Does look a bit slow. He's a kind of big, powerful striker. So I don't think we're going to rely on him to make big penetrating runs from behind. I think what we're going to do is get him to hold the ball up, or maybe play as a kind of pressing a kind of target forward rather than a pressing forward. They're very different kind of players from Morelos. Morelos used like to drop back, try and pass the ball out, spacing passes. I don't think that's going to be the case with Dessers at all. So
he's not the type to make these fast runs in behind, as you said. I think his plan was to play Danilo and Dessers together up top, which he has been doing. Not worked out so far, but
yeah. And plus, they're not fully fit and they're not fully accustomed to the game. There could be a wee chance for Rangers. A bad header there from
Dessers
Servette.
Still behind, out wide, cross in.
It's actually a good ball, but
Oof. Who was that? If that touch was that Raskin?
David, I don't know if you're talking about me and Lewis or Rangers here, so if you want to clarify that for us, that's fine. But me and Lewis have had a sterling start to the show, yeah.
It's adjusted to being on the couch rather than
Aye, how are you finding your big
it's
big debut?
It's daunting. Got a corner here.
So first corner of the game. First corner of the game. So, alright, thanks David, okay.
That
was actually
a really good ball.
It's still there?
Oh.
See, there we go, we
It's
passed.
still alive. Oh. There's
So,
connection there, and that could have been
It
1-0.
might be, if there was a little bit of heated passion tonight, again, that was just a half chance there. So, apologies in advance.
This man on that side.
So, Rangers are camped out in Servette's half right now, which is great. We're putting them back, which is good.
Yeah, want to definitely test that defence early on.
So we can show we're definitely not intimidated at all. If you hear any so that was actually, if you see, we're watching a wee replay there, that was actually very much a half chance indeed, but
Yeah, Cifuentes with a half chance. He has been showing himself to get into these a lot more advanced positions, which is quite good.
Absolutely.
I mean that was a good ball in, but unfortunately it fell to Raskin.
Point. So more good play.
Oh.
So very much starting on the front foot, Rangers. Very much dictating the play at the moment. It's only 5 minutes gone, but it's always good to have a good first spell because it shows your intent for the rest of the shows your intent for the rest of the half.
Yeah, looking to obviously get that early goal, which would put us in a really good position to goals up in the tie.
It's no way goals either, so we don't have to worry about them, 1-0 up or anything like that. It's,
I mean, hopefully we can try and annoy the opponent. Servette are not really the most well-disciplined team. They've gotten red cards in I think every single Champions League match they've played this season, so hopefully the trend continues.
Quite rash. They've got 2 players further forward there, but
David.
Oh, the spoiler alert.
I know this. It's not even. There's the Facebook delay and then there's the actual delay from us.
I think this is like watching the English Premier League with a 17 minutes injury time. Okay, guys. So yeah, we are clearly just a wee 30 seconds or so behind. That's because we're not streaming the game or commentating on the game. We are waiting on updates. If you hear any noise in the background, that's tell him to shut up.
He should close his door.
Aye.
See Gerard won in Saudi. Yeah, against I don't know if it was Ronaldo's team that he won against, but he.
Not Mbappe, but Neymar just went to Saudi Arabia as well.
Good. Oh my word, that was
tragic. So David, that's us just saying the save. That should clearly
never have happened.
That should clearly have been 1-0 Servette. So that's very very bad defending. That's their first kind of attacking phase of the game, and they cut us wide open. So what a save by Butland. So Rangers has started off by far and away the better team dominating, but the first chance to game fault was Servette, and that should have been 1-0 to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, definitely. Flog the deadwood to Saudi. I don't know how Saudi Arabia would want Scott right.
You must be. He might just no disrespect to anyone here. I say this as a kind of flippant comment, but imagine you're a Saudi Arabian team. You see your rivals buying Neymar and Ronaldo and Jordan Henderson, and then your team buys Scott Wright.
That is the free out of all the players you can
look at
name.
that. Yeah, look at
Neymar, Ronaldo, and Jordan Henderson.
Well, that's all that's signed. So yeah. That was actually, when you watch that in slow motion, watch that close up.
Very good play from
that's a good attack, but it's an absolute Butland there, an incredible save. But David, that was one attack, one flick, and then the defence was wide open there.
One really creative pass.
That does not bode well. So guys, keep the comments coming. I'm glad to have you. Very very pleased to have your company. As I say, this is the first time in Gers TV are doing this, so this will be the first of many kind of watch along shows. We're sure. So first real attack. So Rangers at the corner, a wee half chance, a couple of open air swipes at a ball, and then Servette with the first real chance of the game, and.
I thought you were about to say PSV 1-0 down. I got excited.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, sorry what I was saying. So, but the first real clear cut chance in the game was an absolute sitter. Yeah, Viv, absolutely. That it could well be. that save for Butland might well see us through to the next round.
And those are the kind of saves that you do spend, 50 grand a week on. Butland did come with high wage demands, but
Yeah, so the first question ready, would McGregor have saved that?
he very well could have, to be honest. He's been known for making those kind of saves, but just I think a more youthful and better goalie all round is.
I suppose the question you have to ask, no, I mean if McGregor would save it, you have to ask yourself, would McCrory would have saved that?
I don't think he would have.
So there's the first kind of talking point of the season, I feel like. So Butland's come in, a lot of people are upset that McCrory not given a chance, but there's Butland showing his experience straight away, guessing the right way and getting a great save. Whether McCrory would have saved it, who knows, we can't comment on that, but it's it's a debating point already.
We have died down quite a lot in the last couple of minutes. Servette have had more of the ball.
I think that chance has rattled. Rangers, to be perfectly honest with you, Lewis. I think that we need to get back and have a few more passes.
Something like this.
Something like this coming up, yeah.
Cantwell.
Oh. We're just seeing this, so
that is a decision to make. I don't know
So
if
he's
the foul
getting-
continued into the box, but that was not
so
a good
yellow
challenge.
card to Servette, free kick at the edge of the box, great
Nice
chance.
if we could see it. But oh no, just outside.
So just outside the box there, I think the ref got that right by a couple of inches. But there's Lewis, you made a point about Servette's indiscipline to start
Yeah.
the broad, a few minutes ago, and there's a rash challenge there. So that's one of their defenders. Is that the Cameroonian player? Is that the
I
Cameroonian midfielder?
could not tell you.
Half Cameroonian and half Russian, not the best, not the combination you'd expect. But so there you go. That's in this day and age. Sorry, not this. Sorry. In this game so far, here we are. We are the first yellow card off the game to Servette.
Good
For
chance.
me, that shows an indiscipline because that could easily, a half second delay. That's a penalty.
Aye. So this is a chance. I mean, you could see Tavernier trying to float that just to the far post and seeing if anyone can, get a touch on it, or maybe he'll score direct, or Barisic who can put a bit of whip on it and get it direct onto someone's head. So oh, that is oh my god,
Absolutely.
that is absolutely shocking.
It's an absolutely terrible effort there in the end. Very poor. So, welcome along. We've had loads of people commenting already, loads of people watching, loads of people commenting. So thank you very much for your company today. As a Rangers fans, still singing proudly. So again, just to kind of recap the first 12 and a half minutes of the game. Rangers started well. Corner, couple of half chances, and then Servette got the park. Tear us apart with one pass. Probably should have been a goal for Servette, and then we get a free kick but waste it with terrible ball in and then a terrible rebound.
Yeah. I mean, at least it's a positive chance that we've made up the park, and we've definitely put pressure on one of their, I think it's defenders, on by putting them on a booking, but
Definitely,
it shows obviously now that we're playing Cantwell in a more advanced position that he can, really drive forward at the defence and make challenges like that, similar to what Ryan Kent was doing in previous seasons.
I think when you drop Dessers and Lammers, you have to play Cantwell further forward.
Yeah.
Sometimes you think Cantwell was going to get injured. Like he went down at the weekend there on Saturday, and he was you kind of had the fear 'cause he was down for a minute or two.
Yeah, he's became a really key asset to the team already, and it's sort of that. I mean, I feel like I expected him to be a top class player. I knew a lot about Cantwell before he came to us, and my suspicions came true. He has been sensational, and
Yeah, absolutely. Raskin's been a great addition.
yeah.
Cantwell's been a great addition. At first, I've got to be honest, the first kind of few games, I thought Cantwell was maybe trying a little bit too hard to impress, but it turns out that's how he plays.
That's just the he is one of these players. He is similar to John Lundstrom that he can just have these moments.
So, we update there. Cheers for that. Sturm Graz nil, PSV nil. I think PSV are 4-1 up with the first leg. Is that correct?
Aye.
I think so. Aye, they'll be comfortable tonight.
Although Graz, you've been working on your Austrian.
I've been working on my Austrians
since the Hasenhüttl incident.
Since the Anschluss. So we're working on it since then. Just watching Servette coming forward.
It's quite a good ball in. Good, put a lot of pressure on him there, on the winger Barisic, and forced out for a goal kick.
Yeah. A little bit about, I think we said this in the show last week. We were talking about a little bit about Servette. They've had a recent kind of history quite similar to Rangers. They've had their troubles, especially financially, and they were relegated to the Swiss lower leagues, where they had to restart, kind of rebuild and re-energise and restart their efforts, and they got a couple of promotions, and it was the highest finish in 20 odd years last season. And you know, their best European results for decades was actually beating Genk, who I did fancy to go through that game quite heavily.
Yeah, I was expecting Genk to go through. It was sort of I was happy that Servette went through, because I think Genk are a really strong team at the moment.
Yeah, very surprising. Yeah. Again, the game's kind of settled down a wee bit.
Yeah.
Not really any chances in the last few minutes, but
Servette just, oh my god, that was a massive miss kick from Goldson, who almost gifted Servette a massive chance.
Defence, that's the second kind of error by the defence, if you like, so doesn't bode well.
You can see what Servette are going for though, with just throwing long balls forward and putting some pressure on us, and I mean it's been working so far.
So one of your other opponents we could have faced would have been Marseille. They get drawn against, I think, Panathinaikos, and I think Panathinaikos won last week, which surprised me.
Let's have a look. So
that's going to be a corner to Servette.
Yeah, Panathinaikos did win last week, so it's the second leg hasn't kicked off yet. That's going to kick it off at 8, but that is
We're not doing a broadcast. Well, just to make it clear, we're not doing a broadcast for Panathinaikos Marseille.
What, really?
No.
That's disappointing. Good thing is that it looks like if we do qualify for this competition, it will be put in top 3 for the last ever Champions League group stage.
It's going to. I don't. No one's really been talking about this, but it's going to a format that's just similar to the kind of American NSL and baseball and stuff like that. It's a weird. So it's going to be what two divisions effectively. Then the top 8 qualify. Well, that's what it's going to be like in a couple of years.
So it's next season. It's going to go to 32 teams as always. I think it is. It's usually not 32. It might be a lot more than that. I'm unsure. But just a big league table. You play 8 games against 8 different teams. You've got 4 at home, 4 away. And then top 8 automatically go through to the round of 16, and then the next 16, which I'm not going to do the maths, I think it would be 9th to 24th would go to the round, and another round to play off against each other to see who gets into the round of 16. So
it's just a money making thing now, really, isn't it?
Yeah, more games. So I mean, it can lead to more shocks though, because you've got, have Rangers managed to scrape through into have we managed to
there's a chance to break.
Have Rangers managed to scrape through it like 24th, that we could get a knockout tie against a team that we could easily beat and get into the round of 16, which is really unheard of for a Scottish team in the last 30 or so years.
Again, David, hopefully you're not talking about us doing the show. It's a strange one for me. It's just how can we get more how can we get game after game after game, and for me it just totally devalues the comp. From a financial point of view, it obviously doesn't devalue it. From a prestige point of view, it definitely devalues the product. I think it's just game after game after game. So that's what's going to be 8 games in the Champions League, then a potential 10 games to get through to the last 16, and then you're talking maybe 2 qualifying rounds. So you could be playing 14 games in Europe. I know 14 games Europe. That's before you get into any kind of Europa League or conference or anything after that. So, you used to only play 18 league games a season.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
so Rangers could potentially have obviously 38 league games, at least 14 European games. That's 52 games, and then you've got all the cup games as well. So if you get to the final of 2 cups, that's another 12, 13 games, whatever. That's crazy. Going to probably need two squads.
I mean, it is becoming that game. It is becoming. I mean, you're seeing the effect on players. You're seeing a lot more serious injuries coming for players. Especially in the last couple of weeks, you've seen a lot of big name players getting injured, and it's cause of a lot of matches getting played. I mean, games such as like the Community Shield and things like that. Just
absolutely. So
pressure.
I mean, there's in a season or two, Rangers could easily be playing the 60 plus games a season. Could be the new normality.
I mean, I don't know if you remember it was 2 seasons ago. Joe Aribo broke the world record for playing like 70 games in a season. Something ridiculous.
God knows.
Huh.
So obviously Servette on the attack here. Doesn't look good.
David.
No, David. We would like to. We've got updates as we go along. So as I say, just to reiterate, we are not broadcasting or commentating. We're not streaming or commentating. So I think that there might be some bad news coming. So bear with us as we watch it. So this is what we feared, I believe.
It's just delaying the inevitable.
This is like. This must be what it's like facing court. Just knowing the sentence is coming.
Should play a fun game. Who's defensively going to be at fault for this goal?
So there's the ball, and we can actually watch it. You're probably watching the replay. So there's a corner. So it's going to be a ball into the box. The same against Kilmarnock. It's the first game of the season. No, it's not. Sorry.
We are miles behind.
I was just presuming there. So obviously we've got the update in the Patriots 1-0 Servette. We are just about to see the goal, I believe. So again, profanity and bad language. Please excuse us. Again, just sitting off the ball, very late in the press, and yeah.
That was Persson Raskin. He really should have kept that in there.
I don't know if it's good to analyse a goal before it happens.
Maybe everyone is just lying to us, and
No.
there's not been a goal.
Better not be a long
Oh
ball.
my god.
Slow out. There's 5 Rangers defenders there. Slow out to the ball.
And it's a
God,
great
right.
finish. It's
So,
an incredible
guys,
finish.
we've just got up there. Obviously, we've got a delay on Facebook. We've got a delay on updates here. We can now know the Servette are 1-0 up. Again, poor defending. There's 6 Rangers players in that box just ball watching.
Yeah.
The midfield aren't going out to close down the ball across the balls. With a couple of it looks to me as if we had a chance to clear it. The ball gets played out, and there's 6 Rangers defenders in the box. We'll watch it the replay. Long ball forward, missed the header.
Complete missed header from
Shot, takes a deflection.
bounced off.
There we are. The 6 Rangers defenders in the box. The
I
guy's
don't
out
know
wide
why
spare.
Tavernier is not out there, because that man on the right hand side.
Great first touch.
completely unmarked.
That's a great first touch.
That is an
Kill-
incredible finish.
Kills the ball, great finish. But then there's 2 Rangers players there. None of them go to block it.
I think the goal should be disallowed for that celebration.
So absolute nightmare for Rangers. Absolute gutting that we are 1-0 down after what.
Do you want to turn the
20 odd
notifications
minutes.
off now?
So see you next week. Okay, right. Let's not forget. We're only halfway through the first half. It's
Some more good news. No, some good
2
news.
each.
It is.
2 each in aggregate. The
Still,
games.
it's 2-4. Close enough.
No, for this game.
For this game.
So absolutely yeah, Simon's obviously in another part of the studio. You're absolutely right, Simon. Absolutely ridiculous defending. Another scene. It was just the long ball forward. Defender who missed header. Help us out here, guys, because we're watching that delay. Missed header. And then there's 6 Rangers players in the box, 6 Rangers defenders, and nobody gets out. And then at the end, when the Servette striker traps it, controls it, there's 2 Rangers defenders within a metre, nobody slides in to block it. It's, for me, that shows a lack of hunger.
And we're really, playing the game into Servette's hands now.
Absolutely. But it's 1-0. It's 2-2 in aggregate. There's no away goals, so the tie's in the open. Tie's very much in the open. David Kerr's back. For's been a shambles a few times. Yeah. It's just we just seen a shot there across the face. It's going out for a throw in. Sums everything up so far. David back 4 shambles. Yeah. I mean, it looked. I mean, he's supposed to watching it again here. That's terrible defending. Is that Suter? Yeah. That's terrible defending. The ball comes out. Tavernier's caught in the D of the penalty box. He should know there's a guy out in his left, well, his right. That's terrible defending. For me there, I don't know if you agree, Lewis. If you don't, it's absolutely fine. For me, that's Suter and Tavernier at fault for that goal there.
Yeah, I think Cifuentes as well. He could definitely be putting a lot more pressure on that man at the edge of the box that had it. Definitely Suter and Tavernier that were at fault there.
So the most important thing tonight, guys, is that we go through. So, and we're still very much in the ties. So let us know your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts on defending. Let us know who you think's at fault for the goal, and let us know how you think we turn that around.
Hopefully we can create a bigger chance than we have created so far.
Yeah, I mean, well, Community Wards.
Oh, that was.
Community Wards, it's always better calling up there, so you don't see your name because obviously your nickname's there. But I don't need a new back 4, but
Need a new 11.
I think that we're playing with the same right back and left back, and there's the right back Tav there. As much as he's the captain and we all love him, he's caught. He's in the D of the box, watching nobody, marking nobody, and his lack of awareness there is actually quite worrying.
Yeah, definitely I agree.
It's another update, of course. It's not something.
You better mute the notifications. I mean, we'll probably get told through the YouTube chat. But
So I think this is what we kind of feared going into the game today. Definitely, Si, we'll get back to your point in a wee minute, Simon. Lost my chain of thought there actually. Do you remember what I was saying? I've genuinely lost my chain of thought. Sorry guys. So this is what we kind of feared going into the game. They had that. Going 1-0 down the first 20 minutes, it gets the fans going, it gets everyone going. A couple of comments we'll get to in a wee second. That's alright. So, open goal missed last week by Lamars and Dessler. Could go back to haunt us, Si, you're absolutely right. We spoke about this before the show. A striker that can, do a simple thing. Right. It says a lot about Michael Beale's current confidence in his 2 new signings that he's dropped him for the game tonight. And has Seema touched the ball so far tonight? I'm not seeing him. I've not seen Seema in the game at all. So it does kind of have me worried that our 2 big signings that have come in to win these games are dropped. And yeah, last week there was a couple of really good chances we missed. I actually thought the Lamars one was offside in the end, but obviously not. So
yeah, it was given offside, but he did score. It was
right,
been allowed.
Right, okay. Right, okay, so Jim Simpson, come on Rangers, yeah. Karen, I want to come back to your comment because Taz having a shocker. If you've seen just a couple minutes before the goal, he had a free kick, and he absolutely wasted it, and then he slashed across the rebound.
That was, it felt like frustration afterwards, the rebound. It was, he hit the wall with the free kick and then it was like, oh, I'll just absolutely leather this. Oh, sigh. Oh,
Right.
sigh, don't do this.
Simon, I don't know if you can hear us in the other part of the studio, but we're just a little bit
Dessers,
behind.
that would be
God.
incredible if Dessers was missing
it
from the bench.
It must be Danilo. Guys, so obviously just to that's alright, so just to let you know guys that we're not streaming, we're obviously it's illegal to stream.
Yeah.
So we are not streaming the game and we are not commentating on the game or anything. We are getting kind of updates, so we are a little bit behind. But we can even just on the attack here. For all the comments here, it looks like we've just missed an absolute sitter, so I'm sure we'll see it in a wee second.
All we see is Tavernier run the ball out for a throw in, but
I think that's all we need to see. Suspense is Lewis and I are killed by the suspense here.
I just want to see how bad it is, to be honest.
It doesn't sound great so
I
far.
mean, an open goal miss isn't great, and there's not a lot of way to justify it, but it hopefully gives us some momentum that we are creating big chances.
Good, very very good fight there by Raskin and Cantwell coming up with the ball.
That
This must
was
be the chance here.
Great from
I'm
Cantwell,
guessing.
who's holding up well. Away to Cifuentes. And it's a great ball in, and that is
Oh my God! Right,
that is shocking.
that's the Van Vossen one for years ago. Well, it's not. I can't see any difference between Van Vossen's miss and that.
We need a
That's
swear button so so that we can just bleep out our swearing, because that is shocking.
Oh my God.
You can see what he
that is
does.
horrific.
He just hits the ball into the ground instead of just tapping it.
Right, that is
Yeah,
that is obviously you don't need us to say how bad that is. You can see it for yourselves. If you're lucky enough to be watching the game.
Sakala would have scored that.
So these are the kind of things that really don't bode well for the rest of the game. We don't want to be defeated far from it, but
I think Sai might have just exploded, because that
Aye.
is something that he has like constantly spoke about, just how we can't find a striker that can put the ball in an open net, and it's happened probably just a minute after he said it.
the worst thing is we can't blame the pitch for that or anything because it's no bobble. It was Danilo's
Completely
touch.
mishit it.
Right, can we take positives? So great play by Raskin in the build up, great tackle, good driving by Cantwell.
An incredible ball from Cifuentes.
Absolutely fantastic ball for Cervantes. So, if Danilo goes on and scores a hat trick, you forget about that. But, we've got the blessing of the commentary inside his commentary and his commentary. We are 4 stages removed from the game tonight. So we're inching towards we're over the 30-minute mark now, and it's hard to believe that the first 5-10 minutes Rangers looked actually very very comfortable.
It is hard to believe about losing as well. I mean, there has two chances. I would say the chance that Servette missed was a bigger chance than the chance that they scored.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Unsure how they
realistically,
Cifuentes has a goal.
Realistically, we should be looking at 2-1 Servette right now, given the chances they've had. But snapshot from Cervantes there. So we hear.
He has that in his locker. So I mean, you've got to take the chances when they open up. I mean, there's not a lot in front of them, is there?
Absolutely. So very very. After a promising opening, very very bad. Very very bad last 10-15 minutes or so. Yeah, Tav not covering himself in glory at all. his free kick and his rebound were woeful. His defending was it was just awareness. He was like a midfield. He was like a midfielder. Yeah, Viv, you're absolutely right. That's what just comment on there for now. So
there was rumours before the match that Tavernier was going to be injured for this one, but I mean, I don't know if there was maybe a knock. I don't know. There was a similar situation against I think it was Standard Liège a couple of years ago.
yeah,
Or Royal Antwerp it was, where Tav was rumoured to be injured before the game and then played and then got injured. But yeah, he's not having a good time out there.
it's definitely not, because he's not getting forward and he's not an actual defender. So he's caught in this trap of not knowing where to play right now.
With Sterling on the bench, it could be worth a try, but I don't think Beale would look that way. I don't.
It actually wasn't the worst ball in there.
It wasn't, no.
Yeah, Cam, a good point. If you've I think it's clearly because we don't have any replacements. We've brought in, again, we've changed the entire attack. We brought in another three. We brought in 5 or 6 midfielders. We've not brought in. We brought in Sterling at the back. We brought in Balogun. No further forward, but I think we need more than Balogun in defence. To be perfectly honest with you, obviously I like Balogun as a person, as a player, but if you're released by a team that finishes 4th bottom of the championship, then what stage are you at that career where you're good enough to not good enough to play there? So
I think that to be fair to Balogun, I think he is quite good, and he's a good squad player. But we do need a star centre back.
I don't think for one second that Balogun's a bad defender at all. I think he's a good defender, but he's past the peak of his career, and Suter who's a good defender, but he'll probably get injured. Like, it's no harm in the big fella.
Yeah.
I think if he stays fit, he'll be a great player, but just don't see it happening right now.
I think we looked. I don't know what the reaction would be to this, but I think we did look a lot more comfortable when we had Suter and Balogun rather than Suter and Goldson. I don't.
It's a chopping and changing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you're bringing in a big star centre back, who's he going to replace in that team? And right now, I think Sutter's been the better of the two that we're currently being playing.
Well, we're still early doors in the game. We're 10 minutes to half time, but looking ahead, if Rangers don't pull this back, then I genuinely think Beale's under a bit of pressure.
Yeah, definitely. If we go out and drop to Europa League, although it might be good for the fan base overall to have a wee Europa League run. Oh God.
So David Hurd, it's a wee comment regarding the midfield. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I was going to go on and talk about midfield. Raskin, Cantwell, Cifuentes seem to all be playing well, which is great. But you're right. Strike attackers that can't attack and defenders that can't defend. It's not great. And by all accounts, it seems like there's another chance for good chance for Servette. Servette seem to just be happy to pick us off. So
Golson seeming to be unhappy now. He's
probably a bit embarrassed.
This is.
So again, I mean, well, we're just letting the cross go in there. So we're just letting the ball go in. We're not closing down the cross, and then we're letting the ball come across. Golson, that header in the end was a good header. That could have went.
A great defensive header.
It's one of those ones where you think to yourself, God, that could have went anywhere.
Once again, although we weren't first to that corner and it was a good corner swung in, which is just worrying because
it's very worrying, mate. So still 1-0 Servette. We're inching towards half time. Again, we've had an absolute shocking miss for Danilo. Servette you can't really say he missed it because you'll say it's an absolutely fantastic save by Butland
Seema,
as we are watching Seema here.
I could have definitely cut that back there. Cantwell. Chance for someone.
We're still obviously a little bit behind. We're just see it's just that final ball as well. We've seen it at the corner, we've seen it at the free kick, you've seen it there. Yeah, just to keep up with the comments.
And Severe and
So yeah, this must be that.
that is a great save.
That's a great
that's
save.
worrying if he could have squared that.
If that ball gets squared, that's 2-0 Servette. We're very fortunate there that the attacker made the wrong decision. That, this is very, very worrying. We're playing a very, very, very high line. Rangers defenders aren't the fastest in the world, so to play a really high line with, not the best, quickest defenders. Golson does well and then to cover. Golson, to be fair, does do his best to block the square pass.
Once again, another corner we're not getting ahead.
But again, we've not. You're absolutely right. So there's another corner, another cross in. There's just no challenge. It's.
That is a positive, David. You're right. It is. Jack Butland has been incredible so far in the short space that we've seen him. And I bet you I say this, and then 5 minutes later he's going to score an own goal.
To be fair, he doesn't look like the kind of eccentric keeper you might get in some games, but we finally clear it. But that's the same. That's what I was saying to you, David, at the weekend. There, every single player back behind the ball, and that just tires us out. There's our strikers and midfielders having to run 70, 80, 90 yards, and there's our defenders having to run another run back. That just tires ourselves out. That just tires everyone out.
And the thing is with Servette is, if we don't score, then Servette get the next goal. They're just going to stick 10 men behind the ball.
Yeah, and how we struggle to
struggle to break down a team of Livingston's quality when they stick 10 men behind the ball. Never mind a team that are playing in the Champions League.
We struggle to break down Servette with nine outfield players last week.
Yeah.
So let's not despair. Another bad ball by Seema there. So David Hale's saying 2 fullbacks who are past their best. Yeah, I mean,
that was Cantwell that played the ball in. You said Seema.
Oh, I thought the commentator said Seema.
PSV will rip us apart. Well,
we have to get to PSV.
PSV, and that's the one challenge.
So I like Tab as well, but I mean that defending was woeful. It was almost the guy always just ghosted in behind him, and he wasn't aware of it. His awareness was absolutely shocking.
In fairness, last season when we played USG, we looked woeful, but and we thought it was not going to be good against PSV, but we did manage to pull it off. And this is a much weaker PSV team than it was last year.
Okay, guys. So I think at the moment we're trying to just get to half time. See, I don't think actually won that header either, though, to be fair. Keep the comments coming. Let us keep let us know your opinion in the game. It's a long night. It's not getting any easier as well, Viv, I can tell you.
A goal against the run of play would be nice for us.
Again, so tonight we've dropped Dessers and Lammers in our front, 3 or whatever. Seema, Cantwell's playing okay, but Seema, I've not seen Seema really touch the ball too much. If I'm wrong and you have seen Seema play well, please let us know. But I've not really seen Seema do too much. And on top of that as well, Danilo, the only thing Danilo's offered is a Van Vossen-esque miss.
It's extremely worrying considering we really could have finished Servette off in the first leg.
Oh, I mean, you're right. This game, after the first, this game should actually be out of sight.
Yeah.
This should be. We should have won. Obviously, the VAR penalty is disappointing, but at the end of the day, we had the chances, we squandered the chances, and the 10. We were playing against 10 men, and we took off our strikers. We took off our strikers, but on midfielders. Say, crazy.
Yep, definitely.
So look at this situation here, where there's no urgency.
So that is.
There's not a lot of. See, look, Danilo's just standing still. Cantwell's coming inside a little bit, but there's a bit of movement there, but there's no movement. There's not a lot of movement. They're just jogging.
That is half time in the tie, or half time in this match right now. So we can. I mean, there's that. Not a lot to talk about positively.
I think there's that. That is. I mean, that's Danilo there. Just ran the ball out of play. Series to come off at half time. Feel sorry for him because that's him. He's under pressure as well after that miss. If we go out tonight, he'll not let that down for a while. But absolute sitter. Butland's at this stage in the tie, this stage in the overall tie, the two legs, and tonight, if it wasn't for Butland, we might be halfway towards the exit.
I think we'd pretty much already be through the exit if it wasn't for Butland. It really could have been 3-0.
So that was actually a good ball into the box there. We're just a little bit behind, so obviously we are aware now that it is half time, so we'll let you know our half time thoughts shortly. But yeah, a few comments about Danilo tonight. You're absolutely right. I mean, to that bit of play there, just a 30 seconds ago, where he tried to hold the ball up and run out of play. That's not a £6 million. That's not a £6 player. So we're inching towards. Obviously, it is half time in the Big Bad World. We're inching towards it. As I say, just to reiterate, we're not streaming the game, and we're not commentating. We're just getting updates on our screens. So. Surprising about the very little injury time there is, to be perfectly honest. So guys, obviously we are aware that it's half time now. Let us know your half time thoughts. Let us know what you think. Let us know about the starting lineup. Did Beale get the starting lineup right? Obviously hindsight's a great thing, but before the game, did you agree with the lineup? And how do we change it up? Do we bring on somebody? Do we bring on people at half time already? Or do we wait until 67 minutes like we usually do?
I think we need to make a change. I don't know if it's defensively, or I think it has to be defensively, to be honest. And I don't think Tavernier's going to come off. So
yeah. So something made the point that we've said. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Whoever, sorry, we don't get the name through because you put a comment as Facebook user, but you're absolutely right. Long balls up the park are useless, and they're just picking up. For some reason, their long balls behind our fullbacks are really working, and we're not at the races. We've been absolutely well. The puppet master speaks. So I'm not sure if we go to a back three. I think Susan Jones making the point there. We're bringing Balogun on. So I'm not. Maybe you're saying going three at the back. So possibly. So guys, that's obviously half time in the game. We're not out by any long shots. We're still in the tie. I think when you look for a positive, you say to yourselves, well, we're playing poorly, but a goal changes it. We're still very much in the competition. We're still very much at this moment in time on the verge of going through, the same as Servette. So it's fairly poised right now. It's exactly, it's smack bang 2 each. they might be frustrated that they've played well and they've not converted their chances, so they could come out they could go in at half time frustrated. We go in, half time frustrated, but it's up to Bill. I mean, I've just seen that missed by Danilo again. It gets worse every time. Absolutely shocking. So far, the curse of the BBC continues, but look nice. Apparently, got a nice little pillow there. I don't know. So, so it could be 3-0. It could be 3 up. You've got to say that it wasn't. Could easily be 3-1. But I think the only, and it's horrific to say this as a Rangers fan watching the game tonight, but the only positives so far is the performance of Butland and the fact we're only 1-0 down on the night, and that's really, really, really bad to say.
Definitely.
Guys, so
that's for the record. That's not me just leaving.
that's it. So, guys, let us know your thoughts on how we change it at half time. Let us know what your opinions are on who's to come on. Do we go? Do we beat? Do we bring on Lammers and Dessers? Do we keep the shape, change the formation? So at this moment in time, we're not doing well at all. So let us know your thoughts on that, guys. Read out as many comments as we can. Bear with us, it's a long night for us as well because we're obviously continuously talking through it, so bear with us as well. Just to remind you all, we have got this new, we have got some new Gers TV merchandise that we've made over the summer in time for the new season, so it's probably not the right time to start plugging things, but again, guys, anything the Gers TV does, whether it's events or nights at Ibrox or dinners or merchandise or anything, we don't make any profit whatsoever. It's purely to keep the channel going, and it's purely to try and invest in the channel, make it that little bit better, a little bit more accessible as well. So if you go onto the Gers TV website, www.thegers.tv, we'll put a link up shortly. You'll see merchandise. We've got some Coronation coins. We've got some lovely Rangers coins, and we've also got some new Gers TV merchandise. I'm modelling one of the new t-shirts tonight, and you'll see polo shirts up there, and you'll also see our fantastic beanie hats as well. We know it is so you can see there's a gold embossed logo on that as well. Obviously we understand it is summer, however if you've seen the rain the day you'd want one of these beanies, so please visit www.thegers.tv, look for our shop and have a look. Lewis, do you want to maybe try and go to the merchandise in the shop and put a link up for everyone? And again, we will have more stuff added, so keep the comments coming, guys. Obviously it's been, don't want to swear, but I think we all know what kind of first half it's been, and we can only hope and pray that we improve and get better. Aye, this top right, no, bottom, that you're right. Aye, up the other bit. So, yeah, bottom. God, supposed to be the IT champion. So guys, we're going to put a link up that shows you our wee shop. At the moment we don't have the polo shirts and t-shirts up right now. We will have by the end of tonight. We're going to show you the beanie hat, so please have a look at that. Alright. Susan, just to answer your question, just to clarify, we are not streaming the game. We're not watching it in any streaming service. We're getting updates, same as everyone else. So we're not officially commentating or streaming the game. It's very, very poor though, so keep the comments coming in. Just watching the goal again, and it's sad to say this for Tavernier because we all love him, but it is it's clear to see that he's totally exposed. So comment about taking Seema off. Yeah, I've not. I could be wrong, but I've not seen Seema do much at all. Guys, if I'm wrong about Seema tonight, let us know. But I've not really seen Seema be in the game too much at all, which is a shame because he's a guy. You don't sign for Brighton if you're a poor player.
That would be something. That would be a crazy sentence 10 years ago. You don't
True.
sign for Brighton if you're a poor player. That is true. I mean, we saw something in him. I mean, Rangers saw something in him when he was playing against us for Slavia Prague a couple of years ago. It's definitely the reason that we signed him.
Now, here's a debating point. Do you keep the Relo on and give him a chance to make amends, or do you cut your losses right now and take him off? Let us know your thoughts on that as well, guys out there.
I think you've got to keep him on. I think it's difficult. I mean, you're bringing Dessers on, which with Dessers, I mean, Dessers probably would have scored that, but still, does Dessers bring a lot more into this game? So
Derek George was commenting about Scott Wright. For some reason, Beale thinks that Scott Wright's the best player to bring on with 3 minutes to go in every game. You know, just watching go again, Tav out in the D, the bot, but you know, Tav, you know, arguably you could say Tav's at fault for the first chance there, not with a tackle in. So yeah, 10 minutes to redeem himself. But then if you're a guy like Danilo, do you have the confidence going into the second half after that miss? So Agnes is saying they're awful. Okay, I think that we have to be really careful with that because the Raskin's playing okay, Cantwell's playing okay, and Butland's playing fantastically. So we're not. I think David Herd made the point through the first half there that, you know, the midfield's doing all right. The goalkeeper and midfield are doing well. The midfield's creating opportunities and helping at the back, but the goalkeeper's making the brilliant saves. But there's a replay of their other chance, and we just totally let them break. We're playing such a high line there, and we've got Barisic and Tav, who are fitness wise probably past their prime, and Goldson and Suter aren't, you know, the fastest in the world.
I'm going to try and refresh the source that we're getting our live updates from so we can get them a bit quicker, so we're not as far behind for when Rangers score 2 in the second half.
Yeah.
Right.
So what frustrates me about Beale is that he sometimes waits
It's
until
football to come on BBC Scotland.
You know,
plenty more
the end of
football
the game
to come
or the last 10
this
minutes to make
evening
changes, maybe
as well. And
70 minutes.
you
It's,
know, in terms of confidence
you know,
for the second half, where are you at right
I think
now, Alan?
if he wants
Because
to change it,
it's been
change it
chastening
now.
from a Rangers point of view, and the Swiss fans in that big stadium, is their tails up.
Yeah, of course they have, and so they should. I mean, they had a good 45 minutes. Everything in their game plans worked. It's all down to Rangers now, and how can they change that? Because the crowd is backing them, and you can feel the momentum kind of shifting.
But as far as I'm aware,
that being said,
Matondo's not even on
Rangers
the
are a very
bench,
good
so we
team
can't
for
even
quality.
take Seema off
They
and
know
put on
that they can go and
Matondo,
affect
so
this
it
game
has
and
to
go and
be
hurt
either
this
Scott
team,
Wright or...
It's about getting the boys on the ball that can affect it.
Have we been guilty of maybe underestimating Servette slightly? They got some good players. Crivelli's coming to the side this evening.
Good.
Neil,
Yeah.
we always heard he was
Good.
one of their star men, and he's played his part tonight.
Yeah, and so is Undua coming into the side. And what it's done, it's actually freed up Cognac.
So keep up the comments, keep them coming. Again, we're just coming up for the second half. The second half's going to start in a couple of minutes now. As I say, personally, I would like to see. Well, I mean, Lamars and Dessers haven't exactly been, you know, incredible so far this season. So Lamars has got a couple of goals to his credit. So I think he's probably the better option right now. But again, they all look to be off the pace there with that finish, and
Don't know who would be a great option right now. Rabbi Matondo.
well, he's obviously so. When it comes to the European games, you've got to have your kind of Scottish based players. I think you've got to have 8 players that have, you know, are either Scottish origins or trained at the club for more than 3 or 4 years or be under 21. So obviously guys like Kemar Roof and Matondo are not in the team because you've got guys like Devine and King who are probably not even fit, but they're on the bench because that's the rules.
Yep.
So that's not Bill. If that is the case, then that's not a great job being done at balancing the squad.
Yeah, I think it is.
So guys, the second half's almost upon us. Going to take a very quick 30-second break from the couch, and we'll be back with you for the second half. So bear with us for 30 seconds and we'll get back to your comments. Don't worry, we will still be here and we'll get back to you in about 1 minute's time. I'm back.
There you go.
Can't see the game.
Yeah, you're like.
Okay, so that's us back with the second half. Okay, so we need to very, very, very quickly improve. So had a wee break there just to get a wee rest. Obviously the voice is very precious. Keep the comments coming in, guys, as the second half progresses. We'll read out and we'll discuss as many of them as possible. Can you hit closer? So David Hale's saying back to a 4-3-3. I don't think the 4-4-2 has worked as well. You're absolutely right. And Cantwell for man of the match for Derek George, but I think that Butland's been the man of the match, to be perfectly honest. But
Cantwell driving forward now though.
so,
Still.
another half chance for Rangers there. Obviously,
Just to add, no changes at the break, no substitutions.
so good attacking intent there, but at the end of the day, I mean that's again we're going for these flicks and stuff. It's happened a couple of times this season. I mean it's a good pass forward. Good. I mean, it's unlucky I guess in the end, but frustrating there. Bill seems to be talking to himself there rather than out shouting at the players, but good intent. Start.
Looking to get a good ball in. I just can't get a hold of it there. I mean, I would like to see. I would like to know what Beale said to the team at half time, because it really should have been going right through them, because
You get them up against the wall and you say, listen, this is the Champions League. This isn't the League Cup.
Yeah. There's no second chances in this match, is there? You know.
Absolutely not. So, are you happy that there's no changes at half time? Would you like to see some changes? We have seen that you started the first kind of few minutes of the second half with a bit of determination, which is great.
Oh,
Good
that
challenge,
was a great challenge on Seema.
Well, I've seen something that I didn't see in the first half. I've seen Seema have a few touches of the ball. It's actually very good play by Seema there, to be fair. And then that's a very very good challenge. You've got to just applaud that and say great challenge. So no changes at half time. So Beale's obviously got confidence in Danilo after that absolute howler of a miss. It's surprising, but you know when he's the manager, that's you get paid for making the big bucks. There's no comments coming up. Is that we just waiting on?
Maybe just
So,
there we go.
Oh. Right, guys.
Try not to spoil, please. Just
No spoilers, please, if you can. Say.
I can tell by the enthusiasm in your voice, though, that it's for us, hopefully.
So, guys, just to let you know, we're not streaming the game and we're not commentating on the game. So we've got a kind of double delay. We're getting updates. So, hopefully there's some good news coming up.
Hopefully.
It's okay. Hopefully, yeah. Rangers on the attack. Obviously, I think this might be good news.
Has a hit? Oh my god! See,
Oh,
that was the goal
aye.
I would have.
This has happened.
I would have jumped at that one.
This has happened us a couple of times today. We've been told about something that's happening. We've anticipated the wrong thing. What an absolutely fantastic effort by Raskin, though, to be absolutely honest. That was a great strike there. And that's what you need. You need your attackers driving forward and pulling out the saves there. So, I don't know if we should go for a corner here or not, Lewis. Don't want to. The good thing is, it means it's not.
Definitely not.
Hope it's,
I was expecting Bonner Barisic.
it's Suter for 60 yards.
Barisic
Ball
to
out
emerge
wide,
from the
so-
shadows and rattle one home from 70 yards.
Play.
It's a great ball
That's
in.
a great ball.
Barisic, Tavernier.
There we go.
There we go. James Tavernier, who had a
So we will.
truly awful first half, is equalised.
So that's a great ball, and that's an absolutely fantastic cross. And to be fair, we lamented Tavernier's performance in the first half. We absolutely said and fairly and squarely said quite rightly that he didn't have the best first half. But absolutely great. That's a great ball,
Yeah.
and you know you criticise our defence. You've got to say Servette's defence was all over the place there as well. But
Thanks for your input,
that's
Simon.
great. Simon, that language is deplorable. We're trying to.
We're trying to tone down the language.
So well done, absolutely fantastic.
I mean, I've been one to criticise Barisic in recent games, but when Yilmaz has been injured, he has stepped up, and every single game he has got a magnificent assist in each game. And this could be massive.
David, absolutely right. I think you won't be the only Rangers fan out there where I said get him hooked at half time. So, sometimes you question as a captain, you want him as a captain, but to have a poor first half and rightly be blamed, I think, for the goal, but then to step up and get the finish, hats off to him.
And something that we don't really see from Tab is a headed goal. So I mean, he does have a great range of goals in his locker, but a headed goal is not one of them.
So that's Tab's third of the season and fourth. Tab's
First from open play this season.
Yeah, but you've got to wonder, Rangers for the last couple of years, our strikers, as much as we love Tab's goals, but what happens if Tab gets injured? Who's scoring the goals?
Goldson currently down on the deck injured.
Yeah, not good. So, keep your comments coming in, guys. Absolutely brilliant to see Rangers, obviously, back and lead to the game.
Yeah, whatever.
Great cross. Guys, normally Lewis and I would probably have a bit more passion when Rangers score, but
we know about 5 minutes in advance.
It's tempered by the fact a little bit that there's a delay, so let's hope let's hope Gers is not too badly injured here.
Nope.
There's a few things thrown from the crowd, I think, I'm sure.
Yeah, people try to throw stuff at the crowd.
If that was the Rangers fans, there'd be a 10 game ban. See, that's a sore one. That's a sore one there. To be fair, I think he's going for the ball. I don't think there's any particular malice in that, but
and the head is never fun though.
That is very true. Yeah, try staying in Paisley. Okay, so guys, much better looking for Rangers right now. Absolutely fantastic start to the second half. We're all relieved on that. Obviously, we've got to take a second just to say what an absolute belter of a shot by Raskin just before. Fully 30 yards out, and it was dipping in. So just me, or does Michael B always have that Monday morning after a long weekend look about him?
That'll be me after this match is finished. This is going to be painful. It's a long one. These games are never nice. The ones where it's such things are at stake, and
So guys, we're coming here broadcasting you live from the Gers TV studios here. Okay, so again, just to be clear, we're not broadcasting. We're not streaming. And we're not kind of broadcasting live, obviously we don't have the rights or anything like that, so we're doing the Gers TV first ever watch along. Hopefully Lewis and I have been decent company tonight. Probably a lot of people that go back and watch the broadcast after this, so let us know what your thoughts on this kind of format for a show, if you want to see it more often as well. Yes, but aren't we all? So what we need to do is make sure we capitalise on it. Rangers have got, in the last couple of years, Rangers have got a habit of scoring and then sitting off for 5 or 10 minutes. So, keep going. That'd be the message. But good goal, well worked goal. You could if you're being harsh on Servette, you could criticise the defence, but I think it's just a fantastic ball in.
Goldson not having a good time there, is it?
No.
Free kick in advanced position for Servette. The fact that they managed to get a shot.
I actually think that's one of our players that lost, to be honest. No, I think they focused, the cameraman's focusing on the player, but for me that looked like a Rangers touch. But
it was.
That's a decent ball, a decent run.
That was threatening there, definitely.
Oh no, my mistake. Yeah. So again, we're not cutting it off at source, and we're not getting to that block. That's almost. I can only remember one block the whole game. It's not great. I'm trying to get that t-shirt on. Rangers definitely have to just keep up the pressure, keep going.
Yeah, a second goal would definitely put us in a great position here. So let's hope.
Can get a wee long in the game, but we'll probably start seeing some substitutions now. But
Rangers just putting some pressure on the Servette defence here.
yes. The back 3 seconds.
Coming forward now, Tavernier.
Oh,
It looks like Lammers and Dessels are going to be coming on for us.
yeah, so that's a change that some of us have been crying out for. So it looks like the Danilo's coming off.
Danilo and possibly Sima. Or maybe Ryan, Jack and Sima. And we can move into probably a preferred team, the one that started the Livingston game.
Okay, so it looks like a couple of changes coming on.
It wasn't planned, Vivian, it wasn't planned. Just some updates around the other Champions League games. Marseille are currently 2-up at Panathinaikos, and PSV are 6-2 up against Sturm Gers.
That's Lewis. After Ringers equalise, all the tops come out, don't they?
So it looks like Danilo and Sima are the two that are coming off. For
Yeah,
Rangers.
I think you had to take off Danilo and Sima because it's I think that was much needed and much required as well. Sima did actually look a wee bit more promising in the second half, but I didn't see him touch the ball in the entire first half. So
Your head is currently covered on the stream.
that's good. It's not covered for us, and it's not covered for everyone watching now, unfortunately for them. So
Yes.
That's it there on the left hand side, bottom right. Okay, so obviously a couple of subs come up. So is that the right changes to make? Let us know your thoughts on that. Obviously Lamar's and Dessers are now on. Danilo, I think that he has to get some goals quick because he'll find it hard to live that miss down for a few weeks if he doesn't start scoring. What's your thoughts on Lamar so far, Lewis?
Lammers, he's been a hit and a miss. When he's bad, he's been really bad, and when he's been good, he's been quite good.
15. So guys, Rangers back in the tie. At this moment in time we are through, so even though we did have a very, very poor first half, the only kind of pass marks I think going to Cantwell, Raskin and Butland. Yeah, absolutely. We have come out the second half and we do look a lot stronger, a lot more passionate as well, so that's great. Tavs had a bob himself clearly at half time, and he's got the goal which brings us right back in it, and to be fair, it's been and there's Raskin really far forward as well, so I think we can be quite, overall quite pleased with the way the second half's gone. So Servette on the attack, but they just ran it out of place, so all good. That's it. Right, cool. So 62 minutes gone. Rangers at this moment in time are through. Again, it's a massive step up to play PSV. So, but let's not get ahead of ourselves at this moment in time. So, yeah, I think if we, Servette need to score, so they're now, if they don't score, they're obviously out. So they'll need to start chasing again. That should open up some opportunities for us to hopefully expose as well. The good news is that we've brought on 2 attacking players, so we're not trying to sit in, which I find is great. I think we're all much happier sitting now than we were. So
Obviously, Servette's still been a danger. I mean,
Viv, Matondo's not on the bench. I don't think tonight. He's not in the squad. You only get to pick like a certain amount of players, and there are rules we need. I think there's eligibility rules that need to get followed. So, bit of a crunching challenge here by Golson, but to be fair, got the ball. That's the exact kind of tackle that was missing in the first half. It's absolutely been an absolutely far superior second half performance to the first half performance, so absolutely fantastic. Apologies if you can hear the fans in the background. So, 25 minutes to go, plus injury time. At this moment in time, we're playing much stronger. That's a good attacking player. That's great.
Just a bit of now, we could have. We tried to do exactly what they did in the first half there, didn't we? But it was Raskin who fell out, it was not.
David Hare, what a fantastic comment coming in there. Tavernier now is bringing us goal. That's a phenomenal bit of information, if not phenomenal start for Tavernier. You've got to wonder though, with Tavernier being, maybe last season carrying an injury, rumours of injury this season, if the goals dry up for Tavernier, then right now we don't look like we've got another 19-20 goal player. And Tavernier's already our top goal scorer this season by far. Yeah, Karen, it's we have totally agreed. I think me and Lewis are in a total agreement here with you that much better. But you know, a Rangers goal totally kills a tie. Let's not forget. Let's not.
Fuentes having it.
Oh,
Get a
so
ball in there and we're through, but he's going to pick it back up here.
see, that's when you tell a good player when he's not scared to try something like that, and he's got good close control. So we're done to all the Rangers fans travelling abroad as well. Obviously, all the people in the pubs and clubs tonight, you know, that's great. But thank you for everyone watching us tonight as well. It's great to have your company. This is the first ever show we've done like this. So we appreciate your company tonight and keep the comments coming, keep the thoughts coming in. I think Servette have looked very ordinary
Yeah, I think
this second half.
I think they might have just put a bit too much into that first half and it's kind of flattened them out.
Well, I did kind of say before, just on the edge of half time there, just on the edge of half time, that they might actually, weirdly enough, even though they were the better team with the better chances, be more frustrated than us because they haven't. They could have killed the game off
Yeah.
in the first half. Maybe not the tie, but you know, maybe killing off's a bit extreme, but certainly put themselves in a very strong position. So they might be feeling a bit for that. It's very, very tightly poised.
It is definitely not one for the neutral.
No.
Oh, that is a great run from the Servette player.
Susan, that's actually a good point. Collinstein did win a European trophy, so we're not obviously saying that Tav's, you know, a better success record or better player, but just an interesting point from David that Collins Tav has now scored more than Steen. Guys, please don't be afraid to go on our website www.thegers.tv as well and keep these comments coming in. Not really sure. So it's very, very strange pass there. Tav's not up to play there at all. So guys, just coming up for the 20 minutes to go. It's been, to be fair, it's been a lot quicker second half. It seems. I know obviously it's the same, but kind of mentally and physically, it seems a lot quicker because Rangers are playing a lot better. So. But good question. Ryan Jack's swapped with Lewis tonight. Ryan Jack's in the corner. So a bit worried. And Servette just starting to come a little bit back into it, but that's a great challenge. That is a terrible pass. So that's what Rangers have been doing this season a lot. Or just winning the free kick there. And Rasmussen's done really, really well to get a free kick there, the yellow card. But that final pass there, just when we're breaking through, that's been a centre for games so far this season. A lot of games, even Livingston at some points.
I've just really not seen a lot of Ryan Jack tonight, and I agree. I feel like you could have forgot that he was playing.
Yeah, you're right. He's been totally overshadowed by Cifuentes and Raskin and Campbell in midfield. Let's see if there's any interesting scores from the continent tonight in the big games.
I've already done this when you were away.
Oh, sorry. Shout out to Mulder, Norwegian team. Rangers fans out there might remember Mulder trip under Paul Le Guen. We went there. It must be about getting on it almost 20 years ago now, at least 18. Mulder Lewis is the very, very, very top in Norway, and met some great friends. I might even have been there with one of Si's brothers actually.
I'm very disappointed with that Mulder result because I don't know if you know the team that Mulder were facing, but have a guess where they were from, what country?
Oh no, I was going around so I would say Iceland.
The Faroe Islands.
All right.
And because of how well they've done in the Champions League and obviously the introduction of the Conference League, they're the first ever Faroese team to reach the group stages of European competition. So I was excited that they would get through the playoffs, but unfortunately not.
Wasn't. Susan Jones saying that we shouldn't let Scott Arfield go. Yeah, I mean, Scott Arfield, I don't think that he'd ever start too many games, but he would certainly come on with 10-15 minutes to go and run about the place. And you know, you always count on Scott Arfield to get a goal in the last 10 minutes, or at least create, or at least be in an opportunity where he got space to shoot, etc. So, good point there. PSV obviously through in that game. Marseille beat Panathinaikos 2-0 now, and Braga, who
had a great start to the game,
who surprisingly lost the first leg, went through to the next round as well. So, and
Braga did not lose the first leg. Braga won the first leg 3-0.
Oh, that must have been.
It would have been the last.
Oh, sorry, I thought I said after extra time, but it said it's aggregate. That says, sorry, not reading that properly. Right, back to the Rangers game. More important things at hand. 19 minutes. An hour clock. It's 18 minutes to go.
Raskin.
That should have been a goal. That's another bad miss.
2-0, 2-1.
Again, Desser's playing.
Great ball in from Raskin. Dessers gets on top of it, and
it's not a save. So again, it's very frustrating there for Rangers, the striker. I mean, it's the cross is probably a tiny bit high for Dessers, maybe half an inch or an inch, but should really be scoring that. But good play again, good ball into the box there again. Raskin is playing really far forward the second half as well. That's maybe why we're not seeing so much of Ryan Jack, Viv, because Raskin is playing further forward and Ryan Jack's playing, maybe playing a lot further back, so therefore we're not seeing too much of him. We've got 3 players, so we are playing high. We're playing a high game at the moment. We've seen the graphic there with the 3 strikers at the park and then 3 midfielders over the halfway line. So I think Michael Beale's wanting to kill this game off.
I think it is a lot more likely that we'll score a second than Servette will.
Yeah, absolutely. David Herd obviously mentioned the comment about Dessers and Danilo missing the sittles. Yeah.
Servette do have the ball though in a dangerous.
Yeah, you can't really. I mean, in Dessers' defence, it's probably and when I say defence, I just use the word with caution here. But in his defence, you're probably thinking it's maybe a touch. It's the kind of top of his head, so it's maybe just an inch or two.
That's the thing though. It's
too well. Don't know what's happening here. It's something happened to Cantwell, Viv, because we're like a minute behind here. So when we're updates,
we'll speak to you in 15 minutes once we see it. Hopefully not an injury, because that would be devastating. Hopefully, it's just, I don't know what would be worse, a missed chance or that.
No, that's another final ball there. Like not a lot of movement, to be fair. All right, okay, Viv. Okay, that's probably what's led to that there. Okay, sorry, Viv. We thought he broke his leg or something there for a minute, or
panicking.
Been sent off. Yeah, I think Cantwell's actually. It looks like he's starting to tire a little bit.
Oh, go on, Cantwell. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I can see why.
Yeah, so Viv hit a very good point. You hit the nail on the head there. But just in that minute there, you had Cantwell have 3 opportunities to get a ball in a box, and he kind of lash at him a little bit. So I think he's looking tired, and I thought he had a good first half, but we're asking Cantwell to do far too much right now. He's not getting that attacking support. We're asking Cantwell to be a box-to-box midfielder right now. I don't think Cantwell is a box-to-box midfielder. Okay, so again, we need to relax. We're still we're through at this point. We're not comfortable by we're not comfortable at all, clearly. But at the end of the day,
We are through as it stands.
yeah. Okay, yeah. Viv Buckland man of the match so far. Yeah, I don't know if that means he's got another save there, but they're going to start playing for fouls as well and try and get balls into the box.
Yeah, they're going to throw everything at it soon though. Tav is not a natural right back.
Yeah, Susan Jones again. Yeah, Susan. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't think even Michael Beale thinks he's a natural right back. But so it's a difficult one because I don't think you can take him out of the team. But then where do you position him in? Midfield, right man side midfield. Well, another good.
These set pieces are really annoying me because it's
Yeah.
always Servette that are getting to them first. And had that Servette, no offence.
Every ball into the box, we're not clearing. We're there. Look, you had 3 Rangers players there.
A bigger team are going to punish us if we want to get through to the Champions League.
Yeah, so that's a half. I would say it's more than a half chance for Servette there, but the fact of the matter is we've got 3 Rangers players within a radius of a metre of the ball and not even put a challenge in. So any time there's a diagonal ball to our right and left hand side over the top, we seem to be in danger, and then every time there's a cross into the box, we seem to be in danger as well. We're not stopping the crosses at source, and we're not throwing our bodies in the line.
Yeah, definitely.
That's so. I think that Rangers might have missed a chance there.
Which is extremely worrying. We should.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think on the game on Saturday against Livingston, I think Sterling came on but played the kind of part of the back 3
I think
rather than right back.
that,
So
yeah. I mean, the thing is with a back 3, you don't need 3 central defenders. So
yeah. But it also takes away the width because you're relying on you're relying on your wing backs going forward all the time, and you need younger players for that. Barisic, as much as he can be a good player, he's not. I don't think now he's got the natural pace or stamina for a left wing back role.
yeah,
I think he's got the crossing, the poise, the passing, and he can be good defensively, reasonably good sometimes as well. But I just don't think he's got. I think if you're playing Barisic in that position, you have to play the Barisic maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
I think. No offence to him, but the only reason he's at the club at the moment is because Yilmaz got injured, and if Yilmaz didn't get injured, I feel like he would have been left or just about left. Oh, chance for Dessers.
Oh, it's at the post and they've
my
missed.
God, that is an absolute shocker.
God, so there's another.
One that we'll regret, I'm sure. It will.
So it's very, very frustrating watching this Rangers team with attackers that, it didn't do. To be fair, yeah, it's a sitter, but the keeper makes himself big. But yeah, it's very, very, very frustrating. Now that seemed like. To be fair to Dessers, it's like it's a lot better than Danilo's, and he creates opportunity for himself largely with his touch and his control, but very, very. Obviously, you see what he's trying to do, trying to slide it past the keeper, but that would have killed the game.
It would have killed the game. I mean, it's not an easy chance, but a player of his quality should be finishing it.
So, 10 minutes to go, guys. At this moment in time, we're through. Let's see the ball in the box here. Fair play to Dessers, who's come on and offered more than Delo has, which you've got to give him credit for and praise for.
I think top credit to Cifuentes, who's put on another great performance. And something that surprised me with him is attacking output. I thought we were solely bringing him in as a defensive player, but he's very good at driving up the pitch. It's 10 minutes to go in this.
Yep.
In this tie.
So we just seen a corner at Rangers. Don't think anything's happened from it because there's been no comments, but a lot of stuff getting thrown at Tav, which starting to slow bits of paper and whatnot. But it's actually a good ball, and that was a half chance there for Suter, I believe. So we're looking at a few minutes to go, last 10 minutes. But probably he's taking injury time, you're probably looking at between 10 and 15. Golson was down for a few minutes injured, so it's a good run.
Oh, Dessers. Oh, can't get it under control.
To be fair to Dessers, like he's offered much more than Danilo's offered, so absolutely brilliant. At least in the sense that he's getting, you know, in opportunities, and if he keeps creating those opportunities, and another good save by Butland there, good effort for 30 yards. So the good thing about Dessers coming on and getting themselves in there, he's not shy, he's not scared to put himself about, which is good. Again, he's very unlucky. I think it's obviously it's a lot different to the Danilo effort. So Cifuentes is down.
So it's going to be Cifuentes coming off for Dijon Sterling. So I take it we'll be moving into a back five now.
Yeah.
Just kind of throw everything behind the ball and hope for the best. Hopefully this is just a precautionary substitution.
Is it a bit much to get a new signing in like Cifuentes and throw him in the heat away from home?
I mean, Cifuentes, he joined us mid-season.
I suppose, yeah.
So
So, just confirming this in our updates that Cifuentes is off. Played well. What do you think, Lewis? Played well?
aye, I think he's been probably one of the best on the pitch. I think he's going to be a phenomenal player for us.
Yeah, I think he's done really well tonight again. I think a good game on Saturday as well. He's done well tonight. I think that he's overshadowed Cantwell a little bit in the second half. And now look at Dejan Sterling on, sorry. So, not long to go. Servette are going to start throwing the kitchen sink at us. We need to stand firm, but that also means we've got a chance to counter an attack as well on breaks. So, we don't want any silly bookings here because we've got another round to negotiate with lots of things. That'll do it. Oh, I didn't cover myself and go to there too much, but Lamars, let us know your thoughts on Lamars. Lamars, guys. I don't know if it's Lamars or Lamars. I think Mark Lamar.
I think it's Lammers.
Lamars, yeah. So Lamars hasn't really come on and done a lot in the second half, which is quite, again, big money signing, good pedigree, but he's not come on and done a hell of a lot. So we're going to last 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, I would suspect at least 5 minutes had he done.
Well, David, it's funny because in the first half there was only 1 minute of injury time. So, but there's been many more breaks in play the second half. There's been goals went down for a few minutes, and obviously 2 or 3 subs each. So, yeah, I think we're looking at 5 or 6 minutes injury time, which means that it's going to be bit of an emotional roller coaster. But this is what it's all about, watching. This is what makes football such a fantastic and horrifying sport sometimes. When we're through, we just need to ride out this. Servette, it's all or nothing now for Servette, and they'll be throwing absolutely everything at us. Long ball by Butland there. I think that's the wrong way to go. We've still got two forwards, not high pressing, but
yeah, this is going to be a.
That we should be on the Gers TV couch relaxing with us. I mind pacing up and down. We should be at Gers TV headquarters.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Gers TV headquarters, Studio A.
Oh, that was a poor ball from Butland.
Okay, back. Quick refresher break there. Time out, as they say in America. So, starting to get to that time where we start to get a little bit anxious a little bit. But I think second half, to be fair to Rangers, as much as we were critical the first half, it's been a polished and solid second half display. I think the only thing that's missing from it is the finishing again. But there's still a couple of minutes to go, so Lammers looks a bit like Brian Loud up in his heyday. He's not quite, unfortunately, hitting the dizzy heights as Louders did, but so, you hear the Rangers fans saying, I think? Yeah, Viv, you're absolutely right. It's always the same, like when it's a very, very tight game.
Just getting used 7 additional minutes.
So
Every ball into the box.
aye. So we're through. Even if, I mean, you don't want to say this anyway, but even if Servette score, then it's not the end. We're not, out. So.
Yeah.
We can't panic. We just need to keep it calm and composed. This is a team that got to the Europa League final season before last Champions League team, so this is where our European experience was over the last couple of seasons. Because for Servette now, coming into the four, so for Servette now, it's do or die, it's all or nothing. So it does seem a little bit anxious there.
So hopefully we can just hit them on the counter attack and put the game out of sight. That'd be nice.
I think that overall, it's been far from. I mean, that's just wasteful. That's woeful there. We really need to sort out an attack. We really need some fluidity at the back going forward. Really need some spark and pace up front. We need strikers. We need strikers that can score open goals. Not 20-yarders. So that's us well at injury time now. 7 minutes, as we've said. We can't just sit back. We can't try and we need to offer something going forward as well, because it's just going to be wave after. If we don't, wave after wave. Like we're very, very slow in getting out there, and then so there's a ball into the box there, could have went anywhere, and we were we were so, 6 Rangers players in the middle of the park there. I don't understand. It's this we're always saying to every team we play, put the ball into the box, but we don't win the header, so it's strange. There's not very good communication there, chasing the ball, and that's a corner to Svet. So, slowly inching towards the full-time whistle here, guys. So, Butland just, obviously we are slightly delayed, so we've just seen Butland calmly get the ball for the corner. So, again, not convincing at the back at all. Very anxious.
Yeah, this is going to be a long 7 minutes, isn't it?
Well, we've got about 4 minutes. There's about 3 or 4 minutes to go. So that's good play, but
Come on. Ugh.
just actually quite surprising to see Jack last the full 90 minutes. Not like him these days.
Yeah, I mean, he's lucky if I've recognised him one minute in the 90.
Well, that's what I thought about Steve Seaver the whole first half as well. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's just playing a...
the game seems to have passed the Jack by.
I mean, have you not
That's good
noticed
play.
a
That's
player...
very, very well closed down there. Unlucky.
Good from Lammers. Have you not? Have I can't notice you then? You can't be playing that bad, which is always a good thing. But it also means
Well,
you
at
can't be
least
playing that good.
at least there's no mistakes.
Yeah.
So a couple of minutes left now, I think, overall. Spooky bobbing time, everyone, hasn't it? And the last couple of minutes. Very, very tense. It's very. I mean, to be fair, we can go back to the first leg, and we can say that the game should. I mean, Servette, even though Servette played very well this first half here, and probably could have been 2 or 3 up. It just goes to show that if you don't kill games off when you've got an opportunity, that it can come back to haunt you.
Yeah, definitely.
Karen, you're absolutely right. It's hopefully that's not me and Lewis's chat. Hopefully that's watching injury time again. But we're slowly getting there.
Well, that's a really. That is.
Again, with just any ball in the box, that's 2 in a row, 3 in a row.
Again. Oh,
Any ball into the box, it's almost as if we're saying to the Servette or any team we play, like, have a go at goal. So we're slow out, we don't block it. Two opportunities to block or clear, 3 to block, 4 to clear. So there's a passage. We just seen a replay there. 4 passages of play where we had 4 opportunities to either block across, stop across its source, or alternatively put a block in the shot or effort to win the header. We haven't. So minute to go or so, maybe an extra couple of seconds. So this is nerve-wracking to say the least. Does look like we're going to make it.
Don't say anything.
So I think we're a couple of minutes behind. So that's just 7 minutes. That's just 7 minutes up and gone. Surely. I think we're catching up because that's Kieran Doyle going on now. I think. So, okay. So guys, thanks very much for watching with us tonight. It does look like after a horrific first half and a horrific last couple of minutes of watching the game, it does look as if we are through to play PSV. So absolutely fantastic. Go on the website and try and find that, and just copy and paste that. Okay, so guys, as you can see, I'm wearing one of our new Gers TV merchandising tops. If you want to support the Gers TV and you want to look the part at going to the Rangers games or anywhere, we will deliver. We'll post anywhere in the world. Lewis has kindly put up a link there. Have a look at our shop. We've now got the beanie, orange beanie. We've got this fantastically made and designed t-shirt, blue and white, very fashionable. And just anything that's bought via the Gers TV website, it's not for profit at all. It's purely going on investing into the channel to do more shows, better content, better design and production. Okay, so please support the Gers TV. Please let us know what you thought of the game as well, tonight as well. And it's been nerve-wracking. Comments. Okay, so Rangers. Well, I take it as full time. It's not the full time whistle's not going with our updates here, but that's the final whistle. So absolutely fantastic. Made a long, hard fist of it, but hi David, very good. So positives for the night. Let's just sum it up quickly. So positives from tonight. Butland played very well. Didn't look like getting beat at all. Absolutely, probably man of the match to be fair. Tavernier came out the second half after a shaky first half. Played well, got a lot more involved in the game. For me, Raskin had a good game. Cifuentes had a good game. And Dessers came on and boot himself a little bit. Dessers looked as if he was hungry to have some efforts at goal as well. So the main thing is we are through to the next round to play PSV. And but what a hell of a nerve-wracking night it was. Very, very poor first half. If we play versus PSV like that in the first half of any game, they could, they would finish us off. They would punish us. Again, just going back to the first leg at Ibrox last week, we should have killed the game off. We should have went here tonight, I think, at least 2, if not 3 or 4 up. And Danilo, what do we do about Danilo?
Yeah, I mean, it's a player settling in. We need to give him time, but yeah, there's definitely the strikers definitely haven't hit the ground running.
Good question, Karen. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm sure that will be confirmed in the next few minutes.
So the first leg of the tie is Ibrox.
Okay, so...
Sure. Well, yeah, I know that the first leg's at Ibrox, but we don't know which day it is. So.
Okay, there you go. Thanks, Lewis, for confirming. So, first leg will be... It's not been officially confirmed, but it will be Rangers at home in the first leg. So we've got a game against Morton on Saturday, and then we've got the first leg, which will be at home. So PSV at home is not going to be easy. We shot ourselves in the foot a little bit last season by drawing 2 each, but so we'll probably leave you at the moment. It's been a long broadcast, myself and Lewis.
Yeah.
The Gers TV will be back tomorrow for our weekly show. Lewis, myself, Viv and Si will be the full crew. We'll be back tomorrow night from 7 o'clock. Please join us then for more reaction for tonight's win. And thank you very much for your company tonight. It's been our first ever watch along, as we call it in the business.
Yep.
and I'm sure that as the season progresses, we'll pick some games to do more shows like this. Okay, so we're not going to do much reaction, so keep the comments coming on our Facebook page. We'll put some reaction up on our Facebook page later on. Thank you for your company tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Good night. Well done, Rangers.
Thanks. Cheers. Bye.